Well, it is May 18th. It is Monday and it is 1 o'clock. And so for today's physics, a little recap. First of all, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe and everything like that. And this is going to be the last week of the eLearning live stream I'll be doing, the recaps of the daily lessons. So yeah, just for that, I thought I'd let you know. Like usual, I'm going to start with the regular physics, the college prep physics, and everything is posted on the Google Classroom, just as it always is. You're starting your final assignment for this class for physics, okay? And like I said in an email I sent out earlier, and this applies to everybody, is that this is the last week you have to do any makeup work. Hi, Aiden. How's it going today? Glad to see you here. So just scrolling down a little bit to Friday. Friday is technically the last day for seniors, but it's also the last day for everybody to submit redo assignments or makeup work or anything like that. So if you forgot anything, make sure you get it in by Friday. All right, because the next week, just looking ahead, is the last week. And as you see, Monday is Memorial Day. We don't have school that day. And basically we don't have school on Friday. You don't have school on Friday. I am doing pretty well, Aiden. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you're doing well too. So yeah, it's interesting weather out there the last few days, but other than that, you know, we survived and we're healthy. So that's, you know, all you can ask for, I suppose. Or at least we could be thankful for that. So anyway, looking at regular physics, college prep physics, you're gonna be starting your final assignment today. I did assign it on Friday. And I also have not yet put the links to the Google Classroom on there, but I think by now you know how to get there. I will add them pretty soon. So if you come back to this in a couple days, the links are there. You can just go to the Google Classroom right here. You can just go there and go to your physics page, and you'll see the assignment there. It's called Is 5G Safe? Yeah, we got a lot of flooding out here, that's for sure, in the area, like the big area, Chicagoland area, is a lot of flood. Kind of crazy. But anyway, so regular college prep physics. What you're doing today, ooh, that was weird, is just your last assignment again. It's look into, is 5G safe? You might have heard some things, you might not have heard some things, depending on what your source, who you believe, or what you want to believe. I don't know, but what you're going to do today and start today is look into a little bit about how cell phones work. And basically, are they safe? But to understand if they're safe or not, it really is helpful to understand how cell phones work. I mean, they're not magic, but there is some invisible qualities to it. So today is basically part one. It's broken up into a few parts, just like our last assignment, and you could do them all at once. I would recommend doing them on a day-by-day basis. So part one is today, part two is tomorrow, and so on. But if you want to sit down and just bang through this all, you certainly can. So part one is just kind of like, what have you heard? Part two is to just watch a video and just sort of answer these questions as you go. And part three is very similar to that. Just it's pretty straightforward. I will talk about each of those on subsequent live streams. But if you have any questions as you go forward, let me know. You can just send a remind and I will be, I'll answer your questions for you. So that's basically it. So you're going to look into how cell phones work and hopefully find some information, reliable information about whether or not it's safe. All right. So that's that. Let me know if you got questions. Ooh, I just did the wrong thing again. All right. Honors. You are a few days ahead of that similar assignment. It's not exactly the same. You have a little bit more to do. But you are now on the part where you're turning it in. So if you're going day by day, part by part, you have a lot to do today. How's that bad taste there, Macy? Is that good? you have a little bit more to do today. So you have to determine if it's safe or not, based on what you can find, not based on what you've heard or what you might think. Okay, so whether you think it's safe or you think it might be damaging, unsafe, put that aside and see what the reliable sources out there. And to figure out if something's reliable is not always easy. And so to check that for you, I have fake news is the term that people use nowadays. So how good are you at judging so-called fake news? So take a little quiz and answer in a couple sentences how you did on that quiz. here's a little resource on how determine if an online article might be reliable or not. So read this little blurb and then just kind of list several things to look out for to see if a news source is reliable online, because it's very easy to find unreliable and incorrect, false information online. Anybody could put anything they want up online, and if somebody's got money behind them, they could pay for it to look pretty legit. Okay, so after you find that, find a legit, or I guess reliable might be the better word, a reliable article that says 5G is safe. Again, putting aside what you think or don't think about this, or whatever you're going into this, you're going to find articles that say it is safe. Try to get it as reliable as possible based on what you did in the first two steps here. Summarize it and answer why it seems to be reliable. All right. And then mention, is there any bad physics mentioned? All right. Sometimes in sources, you'll see things that will bother you because you know better. You're like, wait a minute, that's not right. That's not how things work. That's not what physics is, or whatever. So see if they have any bad physics in there. And if so, list it here. Then find something online that says 5G is unsafe. Okay, link the article, paste it, summarize it. Link the URL here, summarize it here, and then answer, does it seem to be reliable? Again, based on what you read or did or saw up here in step 2. All right. After that, it's pretty much it. Is there any bad physics? Okay, see if there's anything there. See if you can use this truth sandwich idea here. You don't have to, but just something you can keep in mind. And again, forgetting any preconceptions you had coming into this assignment, based on the articles you read and how reliable they seem to be, what was your impressions about the safety of 5G? Again, keeping an open mind. You found 2 articles. maybe you shouldn't be like, well, I did this assignment in physics class, so I know for sure that 5G is safe or unsafe. Okay, just kind of keep an open mind about all this, and just, by that I mean keep an open mind. Keep your mind open for reliable sources of information. What do they say about this? Okay, and what is your opinion now based on your research here? Then you turn this in. Okay, so kind of a lot to do in one day, but that's how it is, especially compared to the previous days. But that's the biggest part of this thing, and that's where you're going to get most of your points. Okay, after that, tomorrow we'll talk about how you're going to create a shareable and then finish and submit that and blah blah blah, something similar to how you've done that before. So alrighty, so that's about it. That's what today is all about. Again, like usual, if you have any questions for me, you can just send a question to me via Remind or via email. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I hope you stay safe, and I will